As we look at Lesson 2, Assignment 1 in Photoshop, under the Skills Training, you're going to be creating a couple of images by manipulating and adjusting them and making corrections. So the first thing you're going to need to do is be sure that you've downloaded both the crop and resize Photoshop document and the straighten. So you can just right-click on a Windows or Control-click and save the link out to, I'm going to put it on my desktop, and I'm going to create a new folder called Lesson 2, Assignment 1. And inside that folder, I'm going to place that crop and resize, and then I'm going to save also this straighten. All right. So now, I'll go ahead and open Photoshop up. Thought I already had it open. So just remember that an important aspect of working in Photoshop is creating images for the specific purpose that you're going to use them. You can make as many copies of an image as you want, but the intended purpose helps you get the correct file type and the size that you're going to be needing. So, we're going to be looking at pixel dimensions and things like that. Also, we'll be saving as JPEG files. So, there are different options for saving JPEGs, which we'll look at. One of these images will be done for a high quality photo print, like you're going to make a 4x6 print at a photo kiosk or Walmart or Walgreens, something like that, or online. That needs to be a certain type, and something for the web needs to be same thing, a JPEG image, but it needs to be saved a different way to save space within the web page that you place it on. So we're going to open L2. We'll start with the crop and resize. And again, this one is going to be created for commercial printing. So we're with high quality photo printing. So we need to prepare for that. So first thing is we're going to crop this into a vertical. We want to remove all the things from the sides. We want it to be up and down, or portrait, instead of landscape. So we're going to go up here, we're going to grab the crop tool. Just click the crop tool, or you can type C on the keyboard. And you're going to set the options up here to 4" by 6" at 300 pixels per inch. So here we have width. So the width is going to be 4". The height is going to be 6". And we're going to be doing it at 300 pixels per inch. Now, if your option bar is not showing, it's because you're not in the Windows workspace of Essentials. No, sorry. Let me just back out, and I'll make sure that you're in the same space here. Window workspace, Essentials default. Yeah. So, oops, I went ahead and cropped that. Again, you set that in the top here, 4x6 at 300 pixels per inch. Then you can just click in the middle and drag it to where you want them to be. Or you can drag the frame if you want it even a little bit tighter cropped than what I had there. Remove some of that other sky. And then you just go up here to the top and click the check marks, and your image is correctly sized and cropped to a vertical. All right, so this image is done. We want to save this off as a JPEG. So we're going to do Save As JPEG, and we're going to add our name to the front. I'm just going to save it back onto that same folder. And for photographic printing, we want to use level 10, quality, and baseline. That is just photo quality saving for JPEG images. You can go a little bit larger, 12, but there's really no need for that. Photographic imaging technology doesn't need a 12. So level 10 baseline is photographic quality. Just say OK, and that will save that JPEG image off, and we'll go on to the next. So your other image is to straighten. Again, this one is maybe something that we would use on we want to put this on a web page. So it needs to be small in size. As you can see down here in the left-hand corner, right now it's 2658 pixels wide by 1772 pixels tall, and it's 13.5 megabytes, which will take a bit to download on your phone or in your web browser. Also, you know, people see this and the horizon line is just off. You know, it needs to be straight. If we were to pull a line down here, we can see it's off by quite a bit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is the right size. So we're going to grab the cropping tool here again, and this time it's going to be 600 pixels wide, so 600, and be sure to type in px. That's pixels, not inches, and by 400 px. Okay, it really doesn't matter what this is set to. You can put 72, but when you're specifying pixels, you don't have to specify pixels per inch, because that's what we have. We have 600 pixels wide and 400 pixels tall. Okay, now while you've got the crop bar up, you're in the cropping tool. In the options bar is a little option up here called straighten. So you just click the straighten tool. You come down here with your cursor and find the horizon line and click and hold and drag until you feel like the horizon is level, and then let go. And Photoshop, if we click there, Photoshop puts the horizon level for you. I'm going to get rid of these guides. All right, it's a little pixelated when you zoom in because we've changed the size quite a bit, but now there's only 703 kilobytes, less than 1 megabyte. So we went down quite a bit from what 13, 14 megabytes down to less than 1. So now this is ready for our web page. Maybe I mean, if you wanted to, you could do some image adjustments. Maybe maybe you want to do shadow and highlight. Bring up some of the shadow areas or the highlights. Bring them down. I don't know. You can manipulate the images any way you like, but I just need it to be the correct size and saved the correct way. So we're going to do File, Save As. This time it's going to be a JPEG image again. And I'm going to come back and hit Save. And this time, because it's going to the web, you can use really anything between 6 and 9. 9 still almost photo quality, but you'll be able to see right here, this is 131.5 kilobytes is actually what it'll be saved, because JPEG itself is a compression algorithm, so it'll take it from 7 down to 131 kilobytes, so 7 times less almost. But if we move this down to say level 8, we see it goes down to just 86 kilobytes. That'll load almost instantly on a telephone. So I'm going to say OK. So a level 8 JPEG saved for the web. And you can always go back and check your information by going to image size, or if you just click down here at the bottom, click and hold, it tells you it's 600 pixels by 400 pixels. That's what I'm going to be looking for when I grade your assignment. So save those two off, upload both those JPEG images that have been correctly resized and adjusted to the submission link. Let me know if you have any questions.